It is Tuesday, September 27th, 9:30 in the morning. So I put up the new wire for this section. I looked at the grass. I thought, is this going to be enough grass to feed them? The answer is no. There's not enough grass here. So then I pulled the food troughs across and I filled the food troughs full of food. Well, not full of food, but I put 75 pounds total. It's a 5-gallon bucket per trough. So it's not enough really to feed them. It's enough to supplement what's already here. And then when I let them through, they started running like a stampede. The sheep were the first to come through. They slipped under the wire. A calf jumped the wire. And then when I opened it up, they all came running through. But if you look at this, some cows are smart. Some cows would rather get the grass, first dibs on the grass, than get the food. And see, these are the kinds of cows that I want to keep around on my ranch. I wish there was a way to tell the longhorns not to eat, because they're doing fine without it. This is more for the skinnier cows that I have among the Angus. And also a little bit to get the calves, just a little extra boost. Anyway, yeah, so here's more of that panic liver seed grass. It's like a little line, like a seam of gold that you might find in a rock in a mountain. Just kind of runs right through here. The next pasture is not too good, it looks like, for tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow. But then once we get to the woods, which we'll probably get there on Wednesday morning, maybe Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, there's plenty of good grass over there, especially on the south side to the right. So hopefully that'll be enough grass to keep them happy. My goal is not to feed the cows. I don't want to have cows that I have to feed. My goal is to survive the drought and train these cows on how to eat everything. You know, they can't be picky eaters when it comes to grazing. You got to eat what's out there, because I can't magically make grass grow where grass isn't growing. I need you guys to get that process started. Anyway, yeah, so this, it breaks my heart, because in March, we had grass almost up to my waist. Last year, in June, we had grass up to my armpits. It was ryegrass. But I just wonder what happened to all that grass. Where did it all go? I mean, I look at the ground. I don't see like a bunch of straw. You know, something broke it down into the soil. And now it's just not a lot growing back. There is good news though. If you look down on the ground here, that's a little patch of clover. I wouldn't say it's the happiest clover. Is that even clover? Yeah, I think this is clover. It's not the happiest clover or the strongest clover, but it is clover. And if a legume like clover can grow in this soil, then hopefully we can put some nitrogen in the soil and get the grass to really take off when it's time to grow. But the weather, so we are now almost in October. Last night it got below 60 degrees, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for a while. The highs are going to be in the mid 80s. I'm standing here in the sun in the middle of the morning. I'm warm, a little bit hot, but I'm warm. This morning when I left at about 8:30 or 9, I checked the temperature. It was like 63 degrees. So I brought my jacket, but the sun came up, it warmed up pretty quick. But with those cooler temperatures at night, the warm season grass is going to stop growing. And so in a few days here, I expect my field to turn brown. And unless I have some cool season grasses growing, that is. The cool season grasses do better without so much heat during the day. But if I don't have cool season grasses growing right now, then I probably won't have anything growing until it rains again. And then I checked the forecast up to November, the averages and stuff, and it looks like November is going to be in the mid 70s. And we don't really hit winter until mid-December. And once we hit mid-December, then the temperature starts really dropping. Things really stop growing. And then you just basically wait until March. And if I had hay, If I had like 80 bales of hay, I'd be rolling out hay twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. They'd be munching on that hay right now. But I don't have hay, and doing the money calculations, the hay's not worth it. It's the feed will take them further with less money. So the feed isn't ideal. It's not, the cows don't ideally subsist on grain. They can eat grain, they can digest it, they get fat on it, but it's not really what they're supposed to be eating. It's like candy, you know. Candy will keep you going, but it's not going to make you a strong body. Are y'all done yellow? Anyway, I have to start making some decisions about which cows to let go. I think I'm going to sell a bunch in October. I'm not going to torture these cows with a long winter without much food. So sell them in October, keep a couple at least. I said at the very least I'm going to keep the oldest 2 steer calves, because I'm going to slaughter those guys next year. I'm going to taste what the products of my labors were, what kind of steaks it gave me. Second, I'd probably keep some of the heifers, the young heifers. And the reason why is they grew up, they were born on this land and they grew up on this land. And as far as I can tell, they're doing pretty good, right? And so they know how to survive, right? I think that's a bull or a steer or something. But some of the heifers, the young girls, are trained on how to survive on my land, and they're used to the system that I've given them. That's a heifer right there. After 2 years, breed them. The ones that give me a calf I keep, and the ones that don't, they get to go visit a sale barn. So that's the probably second tier I'd keep. Third tier would probably be the longhorns, and the only reason I'd keep the longhorns is cosmetic. Number one, I like them. They do well on this land. They're not terrible animals. They're in pretty good condition, even though the harsh conditions here. If they could survive a drought like this and come out of it looking like that, like this yellow looking like that after a severe drought, they'll survive anything, you know. And I can't really screw them up, you know. So keep the longhorns. That'd be the third tier. The fourth tier, I'm thinking we keep some of the best Angus crosses, the best Angus cows that we have. Probably go back and do a little research. Like this Brangus right here, this girl here, number 10, with the floppy ears. This is a Brahman Angus, about half and half. And she's a trooper. She just did fine, you know. So maybe keep her genetics in my herd. Number 19 did pretty good. Number 19 gave me a calf and did pretty good. I can't complain there. You know, but like number 20 and 24, they did not do well. They're one of the reasons why I have feed at all. If they weren't in my herd, I probably wouldn't buy feed. I'd probably tell the other ones to just suck it up, you know. So, you know, if I'm buying hundreds of dollars of feed for 2 cows that, you know, really aren't doing well, what's the point? You know, I'm not a hospital. And the last tier, the ones that I definitely don't want to keep, would be the male calves, right? There was only one good thing that those guys are for, and that good thing is to turn into steaks on my dinner table, right? And that takes 2 years on grass-fed. I can sell them, get a couple dollars for them too, you know. I don't know that I have any young bulls that I would like to breed with. I'll have to check, you know, for like take 19's calf, if that was a bull, maybe keep that one, or number 10's calf, if that was a bull, keep that one. You know, keep the good genetics in the system. But you know, the longhorn genetics, they're not great for putting on weight. They're not great for growing big calves. You know, longhorns are for lawn art. That's all they're good for. So I probably won't keep a longhorn bull. If I were trying to breed longhorns to get big horns, I would be getting rid of these and getting ones that have long horns, you know. But really, the future on this farm is probably going to be the sheep. The sheep are money makers. They will make they make dollars, right? They give me 2, sometimes even 3 lambs. And those lambs can sell for quite a bit of money. And the sheep are also, they seem to be doing a lot better on this pasture in these conditions. If they're doing well in a drought, imagine what they'd be doing in a normal year, you know, with normal amounts of rainfall. with grass up to my armpits, you know, with grass growing so fast that I'm like, I need more cows, like I was in the spring, you know. I can't eat the grass fast enough, you know. So imagine what I'd be doing with a bunch of sheep that were grazing on that kind of grass. It'd be like ice cream for them, right? Anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. It's kind of a depressing conversation to have, but oh, Jennifer said I have to keep number 18. Why? Because he's a cutie, right? You know, so if I keep cows because they're cute, I don't know how much cute goes for in the marketplace. Maybe I'll go ask the sale barn, say, how much more do I get for a calf that's cute? See what he says. He'll probably say it's not worth anything. It's probably a negative too, you know. So if I do keep 18, eventually I'd have to place them in a home that wants to raise some pet cows, you know. And, you know, there's some pretty cute cows out there. I don't know that 18's the cutest though, you know. But it's a thought. Maybe I do breed longhorns just so people can raise them as pets, you know. But not these guys. These guys are, they're nice. They're really good longhorns, but they're not the best longhorns out there, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.